I just draw those out, and I'm just constantly like making new things, and people liked it, but I think it was way over a lot of people's heads. So I'm like, I just need to do this.
Yeah.
I need to actually do it and stop talking about it. So I spent about a year looking at properties. Probably went to 60 or so different properties. Using my working on a checklist and making sure that I didn't forget anything. And at the time, there wasn't a whole lot of resources, and certainly not resources I could afford. So I made my own company around it, and made my own checklist, and kind of just took my knowledge and tried to turn it into a system, but didn't really know what I was doing, except that I knew where I was trying to go. What I mean by that is I didn't exactly know how to do what I was doing, but I know what I didn't want. So I was very picky. And I knew for the first one, it had to have a solid foundation. It had to have, or for all of them. Let's be real. Maybe if you have 10, you can kind of afford to have a slack off,
Yeah. Yeah.
property. But no, you're not going to be, yeah, you need a strategy at least. And so I found this. The location was great. There was parking. The foundation was great. There were a lot of rooms. There's a lot of space, uh, and yeah, it took a while to find, but it was very solid.
And when was the first? Did you feel like you built a good sense of community while you were in the Marines? Did you make some friends while you were in there, or when was sort of the first time that you felt like you had a good sense of community encircled around you?
I think I had a pretty solid community in the Marine Corps. I found my community at a place called the Hanson Christian Center and Koza Baptist Church. So, like I said, I went the Bible thumper route, and that kept me out of a lot of the alcohol stuff, but it also gave me access to a vehicle. I had this big green van.
Yes.
It was huge. It was like 13 seats or something, and not seats. It was like benches.
Right.
This
Right.
thing was huge. And I would take people to and from church because I had my gold card then, which was like you're allowed to drive a car, and I had my white gear license, so I could drive. I could drive military vehicles, Okinawa. I could drive civilian vehicles, and being that I was going to church, I was allowed to get all that, which was really cool.